A duck with a neck wound. Promising start. Let's turn this little fellow into a Space Marine Librarian in Terminator armour. First, we need to conduct some plastic surgery and fix that neck wound. Good old Milliput, a friend of the channel, whether they want to be or not. Mix up the two parts and then smush it in. That is the technical term. I've had quite enough of that soulless stare. For those of you watching that have ever had the urge to blind a duck, let me just speak directly to you for a moment. You should be in prison. The reason you're seeing this blind, limbless duck right now is because they voted for it over on Patreon. I'm pretty sure he cheated, but Psyduck won the popular vote, and then they decided he should join the Rocket Marines. There was one persistent individual with a very specific request. Put pants on the duck. Unfortunately, that comment didn't receive enough votes to win, so we're all going to see his little ducky ding-dong. His lower half doesn't quite sit flat, so a small adjustment is necessary. Almost perfect, and nothing some Milliput worms won't fix. Fun fact, filling duck cracks was the original intended purpose of Milliput. I don't think that's entirely true. I know he looks rough, but I promise he's smooth to the touch. Not that I've spent much time touching him. Anyway, we're on to the arms, and first up, we need a gun. A gun.
You're not in a war zone. Everything is fine. There are no bullets flying. No one is going to die. Everything is fine.
We just need to correct the angle on this arm so it's pointed away from his head. Not that I don't trust him, but I don't trust him. Fits right. Now we need the shoulder pad. We have lost a bit of shoulder though, so we're back to the Milliput to pad it out. Like a glove. Something you might not know about our unfortunate duck bro.
This thing always has a headache?
It's true, so with the other arm we'll demonstrate that he's struggling a bit. Hopefully the other guys will leave him alone then, give him a bit of quiet time. Get this duck some paracetamol. We have a decent chunk of arm to fill in with, would you guess? Milliput. If you didn't guess that by this point, then you've obviously skipped ahead and you're now banned. We'll add his tome of doomed ducks on top. Very much doubt he can read, so that's purely for display. Next up, we need a bait. No. There we go. We need a base, and Charlie Factory has the goods. Deploy the muddy ground.
Everything is fine. The world is calm and bright. The sun is softly shining. The clouds are fluffy white. Nothing strange is happening. It's peaceful as can be. A perfect little moment that only you can see.
No mold this time, please. Fantastic. We'll need a smooth platform for the duck feet, so we'll dab it down with water. Behave yourselves, you sick freak. Like fossilized dinosaur prints in the dirt. Except, these belong to a duck. Now we need some more mud and a corpse. A link to this orc corpse is in the description below. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh? Wait. Apparently he's fine with corpses. Bit worried. We'll lay down his new muddy bed and then rest him in peace. Sleep tight, little one. To add to the chaos that this duck definitely doesn't deserve, we'll add a sci-fi barrier from Deadly Print Studio. Before that mud dries 100%, we'll add some extra to the base of the barrier and hope the duck can concentrate enough to maintain it. Hi little guy, would you mind if I took a bit of your sand? You have so much and I only need a little bit. Is that alright?
Everything is fine forever.
Just that. See? Alright, buddy.
Buzzing of the bees, the wind through the trees, a gentle little whisper carried on the breeze, the shimmer of the leaves, the softest summer light. Everything is peaceful and everything is right.
Operation Duck Spray, go. Target locked.
Everything is fine. You're safe inside your mind.
Before we get yellow, we need to base coat with pink. Messed it up already. Now that is a stomach to be proud of. We'll get all of the other colours blocked in our Team Rocket Marine theme. While I do that though, you should check out the Discord. There's all kinds of inspirational content on there from an outstanding community of individuals. I mean...
Attack, my minions! Attack!
Well...
A new power is rising!
Right, I can't explain that.
So hungry.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know. On to the red bits, which includes the trim. Not bad.
The rippling of a stream, a lazy drifting cloud, a world so calm and quiet, no worries here aloud. The flowers nod and sway, the sky a perfect blue, a lovely little daydream made especially for you.
Now that our big boy is finally yellow, we can return his lost eyes. Squinting in pain, of course. Or perhaps he's just wishing he was somewhere else. Did those psychic power circles just change from blue to green? No. And don't you gaslight me while I'm adding battle scrapes. We'll do this in the same way we did with the Snorlax Dreadnought, which is to say almost in a constant state of regret after each stroke. Onto this shoulder pad, prime for a transfer, which were also made in the Snorlax Dreadnought video. Although their condition has worsened slightly as my assistant, me, didn't store them correctly. Micro set is back. I'm told it does useful things to transfers. It certainly smells like it's doing something. Wipe it on the surface and then apply the transfer. This one is already looking a bit rough, but it's nothing we can't patch up with paint. Got it in one this time.
Everything is fine. You're safe inside your mind. Everything is fine.
Refreshed and recharged in the only way a sane human knows how. Let's add some scribbles to this tome of doomed ducks. Onto the Psychic Blast Dome Shield Barrier thing. They're usually printed in clear resin, which I didn't have, so fingers crossed this doesn't end up looking terrible. We'll start with a white dry brush to make the most of our thinned down speed paints. We'll use Caribbean Ocean first, starting around the outside and thinning it down more and more as we reach the centre. Then Raging Sea around the outer edge, pulled towards the centre with a damp brush. While I paint this explosion in the usual way, I would like to thank the Patreon members, who have helped this channel to persist, rightly or wrongly. Without them, none of these videos would exist. If you'd like to join in, there's a link in the description. You'll get access to some extra content, soundtracks, sneak peeks, and voting. Head over there and help decide the next project. Explosion is done. Moving on to our very healthy orc. You don't need to see me paint an orc. I do have another unpainted if you'd really like to see. He's just occupied at the moment. We need to paint a plasma wound, and right now, as I'm doing this, it's dawning on me that there is actually a better way.
Everything is fine. You're safe inside your mind. Everything is fine. Perfect fine. Everything is fine. You're safe inside your mind. Everything.
Paint our new hole red, then orange, then a little bit of yellow. Now, to make sure there's no confusion as to who the culprit is, whether he knows it or not, we need a smoking gun. Same for the wound.
You're not in a war zone. Everything is fine. There are no bullets flying. No one is going to die. It's a lie. Everything is not fine. They're inside my mind. The eternal agony of the pain inside of me.
Thank you for watching, you beautiful little creature. Let me know what you think, please. Discord, Patreon, you know what you're doing. Bye, love you.